Tuesday morning, everyone. Nice and mild getting out the door this morning with temperatures right around 50 degrees, reporting cloudy skies, but no rain or thunderstorms anywhere in our viewing area right now. As we take a look at the radar picture this morning, we have showers well up to the north into Michigan, dry across our area. We do have a few isolated to scattered thunderstorms there in northern parts of Illinois. A few storms starting to develop here over parts of southern Indiana. We will have at least a low chance today for, again, some isolated activity to roll through, especially as we get into mid-morning, early afternoon. But again, not everybody will be impacted by the activity today. It's really tomorrow. That's the day that we are watching the weather very closely with an elevated chance for severe weather as a very strong storm system is going to move through and drag a cold front across Ohio by tomorrow evening. So looking at today's weather setup here in our Skycast, we noticed by 10 o'clock this morning, showing the possibility, south and west especially, that we could get a couple showers, maybe a thunder shower in there, but the better concentrations, as you can see, showing up down a little bit closer to the Cincinnati and Dayton areas there. Getting into 2 p.m., we start to notice some more breaks in the cloud cover. So it is kind of gloomy out there this morning, but this afternoon we kind of brighten things up a little more, and that will allow temperatures to warm back up into the 60s. And then eventually, I think we can make the low 70s here in Lima by late afternoon, early evening. So temperatures are going to warm up, and you're even going to start to notice that kind of sticky feel to the air, the dew points, which is just a measure of the moisture in the air. That number is going up today as well, so kind of feeling sticky getting into the evening hours. We notice at 6 p.m. mostly dry. There will be at least an outside chance for an isolated thunderstorm. And if we get a storm to move through, it could be severe by this evening. But again, I think that's going to be very few and far between. And even through tonight, not a whole lot of storm coverage locally. So mostly dry tonight with just a stray storm. Very warm, very breezy conditions will start to develop here. And as we make our way into Wednesday, again, tomorrow's the day we're watching very closely. The atmosphere looks to be primed for severe weather, and the cold front moving in will be the trigger to produce thunderstorms. We start to see an increase in activity later tomorrow morning. Midday, early afternoon, we start to see some scattered thunderstorms. And the more discrete these cells are, in other words, that they're kind of more individual cells versus one line of storms, those individual cells have a greater chance to spin and produce isolated tornadoes. So that will be obviously the mode of storms, very important there, as that could impact how high our tornado potential will go versus, say, damaging wind. But all hazards are on the table tomorrow for, again, tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. And then we see the line of storms along the cold front, 7 p.m. tomorrow. And then we finally say goodbye to the storms by tomorrow night as that cold front shifts east. You can see that elevated risk here. We're in the level 3 out of 5, and that may go up even more as more data comes in. So again, tomorrow we really need to be weather aware. And as we head into Thursday, we start to dry everything out. So we just have to get through kind of a bumpy ride here as we go throughout the next 36 to 48 hours. And then finally, by the end of the week, we're quiet and much cooler, but fairly seasonable. And look at a nice forecast for Easter weekend.